Section 1. Employment relationships, the foundation of workplace rights. An employment relationship is the heart of labor law. It's a legal connection between an employer and an employee. This connection comes with rights and responsibilities for both parties. Recognizing this relationship is key. It's the basis for applying various labor laws and protections. These laws cover things like wages, working conditions, and discrimination. Several factors determine an employment relationship. One key factor is the degree of control the employer has over the worker. This includes how the work is done, when it's done, and where it's done. Another factor is whether the worker uses their own tools and equipment. The method of payment is also considered, meaning whether the worker is paid a salary or by the hour. Finally, the duration and exclusivity of the relationship matter. This means how long the work is expected to last and if the worker can work for others simultaneously. Section 2. Employee or independent contractor? Decoding the difference. The line between an employee and an independent contractor can be blurry, but understanding the difference is key for applying labor laws correctly. An employee is hired by a company to perform specific tasks. They work under the company's direction and control. An independent contractor, on the other hand, is hired to perform a specific job or project. They have more freedom and control over how and when they complete the work. Let's illustrate with an example. Sarah works as a cashier at a grocery store. She has set hours, follows the store's procedures, and is paid an hourly wage. Sarah is considered an employee. Meanwhile, Sally is a freelance writer hired by the same grocery store to create content for their website. Sally sets her own hours, uses her own equipment, and invoices the store for her work. Sally is considered an independent contractor. Misclassification of workers can have serious consequences. Employers might face penalties for unpaid taxes and benefits. Section 3. The stakes of classification, rights and responsibilities. The classification of a worker as either an employee or an independent contractor has significant implications. This impacts a wide range of legal rights and responsibilities. For employees, correct classification guarantees rights and protections. These include minimum wage, overtime pay, and a safe work environment. Independent contractors have greater autonomy and flexibility. They set their own hours, negotiate rates, and choose projects. Misclassification can lead to serious legal and financial consequences. Section 4. Combating discrimination. Equal opportunity in the workplace. Employment discrimination is a serious issue that undermines workplace equality. It occurs when an individual is treated unfairly based on protected characteristics. These characteristics include race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, national origin, age, 40 or older, disability, or genetic information. Federal laws, such as Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, or ADAA, and the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, prohibit such discrimination. These laws cover various aspects of employment. This includes hiring, firing, promotions, pay, job assignments, training, benefits, and more. Discrimination can take many forms, from overt acts of bias to more subtle forms, such as disparate impact. Disparate impact occurs when seemingly neutral policies disproportionately affect individuals based on protected characteristics. Several agencies are involved in enforcing employment discrimination laws. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, is the primary federal agency responsible for investigating discrimination complaints. Victims of employment discrimination have legal recourse. They can file complaints with the EEOC or other relevant agencies. Section 5. Safeguarding workers. Laws for security and protection. An employment law encompasses a wide range of statutes designed to protect workers' rights and ensure their safety and well-being. These laws cover various aspects of the employment relationship, from wages and hours to workplace safety and health. Understanding these laws is crucial for both employers and employees to create a fair and just workplace. One of the most fundamental worker protection laws is the Fair Labor Standards Act, or FLSA. This federal law establishes minimum wage, overtime pay, record-keeping, and child labor standards. It ensures that employees receive fair compensation for their work and are not exploited. Another essential law is the Occupational Safety and Health Act, known as OSHA. This law mandates employers to provide a safe and healthy work environment for their employees. OSHA sets standards for workplace safety and requires employers to identify and mitigate potential hazards. The Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, provides job-protected, unpaid leave for specified family and medical reasons. This includes the birth or adoption of a child, caring for a seriously ill family member, or dealing with a personal serious health condition. Section 6. Understanding sexual harassment. Recognizing and addressing unlawful conduct. Sexual harassment is a serious form of employment discrimination that violates Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. It refers to unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature. This behavior creates a hostile or offensive work environment. There are two main types of sexual harassment: quid pro quo and hostile work environment. Quid pro quo harassment occurs when employment benefits, such as promotions or raises, are conditioned on sexual favors. Hostile work environment harassment occurs when unwelcome sexual conduct creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment. This can include offensive jokes, unwanted touching, or displaying sexually suggestive materials. Employers have a legal obligation to prevent and address sexual harassment in the workplace. They should implement clear policies prohibiting harassment, provide training to employees, and establish effective complaint procedures. Section 7. Navigating the legal landscape. Key terms in employment law. Navigating the complexities of employment law requires a basic understanding of key terms and concepts. These terms represent fundamental rights and obligations that govern the workplace. Familiarizing yourself with this legal vocabulary can empower both employers and employees to assert their rights and meet their obligations. Are designed to protect minors from exploitative work practices. These laws restrict the types of job minors can hold and the hours they can work. It is a system that provides benefits to employees who suffer work-related injuries or illnesses. It covers medical expenses, lost wages, and rehabilitation costs. Such as the FLSA, establish minimum wage, overtime pay, and other standards to ensure fair compensation for work performed. Refers to job-protected time off for employees to address their own serious health conditions or care for family members. Section 8. Affirmative action. A case study in workplace equity. Affirmative action addresses historical and systemic discrimination. It involves measures to increase opportunities for underrepresented groups in hiring and promotion. These groups include women, racial and ethnic minorities, veterans, and people with disabilities. The goal is to create a level playing field by counteracting past discrimination. A landmark case is Regents of the University of California v. Baca, 1978. Alan Baca, a white applicant, was denied admission to UC Davis Medical School. He argued the quota system violated his equal protection rights. The Supreme Court ruled race could be a factor, but rigid quotas were unconstitutional. Section 9. The importance of employment law. Employment law is a vital framework that governs the workplace, protecting the rights of both employers and employees. Its significance lies in its ability to ensure fair treatment, prevent exploitation, and promote a safe and productive work environment. For employees, employment law provides a safety net of rights and protections. It guarantees fair wages, reasonable hours, a safe workplace, and freedom from discrimination and harassment. These laws empower employees to assert their rights, negotiate fair terms of employment, and seek redress for any violations. For employers, employment law provides a clear set of rules and guidelines for managing their workforce. It outlines their responsibilities towards their employees, ensuring compliance with legal standards and minimizing the risk of lawsuits and penalties. Beyond individual rights and responsibilities, employment law serves a broader societal purpose. It promotes social justice, economic stability, and a more equitable distribution of wealth. Section 10. Conclusion. Employment law is a vast and complex field that governs the rights and responsibilities of both employers and employees. From basic employment relationships to complex issues like discrimination and harassment, understanding these laws is crucial for creating a fair, safe, and productive work environment. This essay has provided a foundational understanding of key employment law concepts, including the distinction between employees and independent contractors, the importance of preventing discrimination, the various laws that protect worker rights, and the complexities of affirmative action. As you navigate the workforce, whether as an employee or an employer, remember that knowledge of employment law is empowering. It equips you to protect your rights, fulfill your obligations, and contribute to a more just and equitable workplace for all.